The elephant in the room for digital transformation. I've read so many articles on digital transformation, but I don't recall any that even mentions the most important requirement for that transformation. That's money, skills, and other resources required for transformation. It's great to draw up blueprints for transformation on a piece of paper, but it's entirely another thing to line up resources, to have the money, and to get the political support for such transformation. I'll take you through an analogy to make things simpler. Say Molly makes $30,000 a year working at the checkout counter at the local grocery store. Molly is smart and a logical thinker. She just hadn't had the right opportunities. She hears from one of her shoppers that if she studies data science, she can make over $100,000 a year. She gets excited and wants to explore how to do that. First, she has to get access to a computer, learn a programming language such as Python, find the time to do the work, find an alternate source of support for her family since she's currently the sole breadwinner, find a mentor who can guide her through this, and make some sacrifices for about a year until she can get at least a part-time job. Essentially, she has to transform herself into a new role in life. A good mentor would consider all her constraints as he guides her choices. It's easy to draw up a map of how should you get there, but drawing up a map of how to get there given the constraints that you have is much more difficult. That map is different for different people because others may have different constraints. One of the main questions for Molly to answer is it worth the effort? For example, she may have to go into debt for a few months before getting back to normal and then grow from there. So it's definitely worth it. On the other hand, if she had decided to go to school to learn skills that wouldn't improve her condition, then that would not be a worthwhile transformation. Staying on her current job won't help her grow either. Just like how there is no one-size-fits-all solution for people, there's no one-size-fits-all for businesses trying to transform. Company A may have lots of money, but a legacy mindset. Company B, on the other hand, might have very little money to spare, but a growth mindset. The strategies for change in either case is different because each has a different set of challenges to overcome. Here, I've used only 2 dimensions, but you have to think about multiple dimensions for successfully navigating the transformation journey. You can't simply add a standard set of steps and hope the transformation will happen. All businesses have constraints, yet they have to transform themselves to be relevant in the future. The first step starts with evaluating what to transform to, so it becomes a worthwhile exercise. Once that's clear, evaluate the various constraints that the business operates under and figure out how to progress the transformation in that context. Yes, some constraints may be removed along the way, but others may creep in. While doing all this, the state of the external environment might change, and yet the business expects to keep operating through all this churn. On top of that, leaders want to see how incremental progress is being made towards the ultimate goal. In Molly's case, if the mentor notices that she's failing all her classes, then he may redirect her to change her course a little bit so she can achieve the results she's seeking. Likewise, the business needs to track progress and adjust accordingly. Digital transformation can seem like it's a complex process, but businesses should strive for simple, systematic, and practical ways. Don't get tricked into esoteric jargon and organizational fluff. Archimedes wrote, "Give me a place to stand, and with a lever, I will move the whole world." Architecture, design, and artificial intelligence are some of those levers to digitally transform and move your business. If you enjoyed watching this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you.